you hear me? Can you hear me all now? Bharat, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I think Reshma cannot hear me. Reshma, can you hear me? Just a minute, I'm just...
Maybe she is on
Yes, sir.
mute.
Hello.
Okay, great. Okay, so now we are going to start our session for today. Okay, so as yesterday we talked about the my basic into the Power BI. So I hope you don't have any doubt into basic. So now we have moved into our project. So see, this is our project, guys. We have a one sales data we have. Okay, order date we have, product ID, customer ID. Okay, we have a country wise detail, order number we have, order cost, sales price cost, this is for per unit cost. Okay, and this is total quantity sold we have, and discounted price we have. Okay, and in the sheet 4 we have a container, it's the country wise detail. Okay, and in the sheet 3 we have a customer ID wise detail, and in the sheet 2 we have a product wise detail. It means we have total of 4 sheet in our Excel. So now we are going to move this sheet into the Power BI, or we have to extract this sheet into Power BI. So how to extract, guys? There is a one similar thing. Just a minute, I'm just...
You are on mute.
Sorry, sorry, I'm on mute. Yeah. So we have under the home tab, we have a one transform data. Okay, so in this transform data, use the Power Query editor. Use the Power Query editor to connect, prepare, and transform the data. It means when we connect the source, like we have a source file in the form of Excel, and then we have to extract that file into Power BI, and then make some changes on it if there is a need to be changed. If there is a no need to change, then we don't need to change. We just go to further and load the data into Power BI. So I just click on this transform data, and there is an option transform data. You just click on this. When you click on this transform data, your new window is open. Says data, you have a Power Query editor. Okay, and when this new window is open, you have a this kind of place where right now there is a blank place. But when you enter a source, because Power BI is just a machine, and machine does not have any on existence without the data, so you can directly import the data. And right now my data into the Excel file, you have a SQL file, as well as you have analysis services, you have a text file CSV. You can directly connect it with your web. There is a multiple sources, I already told you. Almost there are 99 plus sources we have. First you click on more, you will found there is a 99 plus sources you have to download this. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so this is Excel, and I should connect this file. Okay, and this is my sales data. Right now we have a sales data file. So I just click on open. It means I have selected the data file. I have selected the data file from the source, and it will connecting into our Power Query editor. This is the Power Query editor screen. And when you connect all the data, see this kinds of data you have, and see there is a difference here. First is country, you have a customer, you have a product, you have a sales. So what is this actually? Sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3, and sheet 4. Why we need? Suppose when I put on the sales, my sales preview is there, and it is look like this is the similar to the Excel working. See, this is the Excel working. Okay, so I just going to explain with you that in the sheet tab, see, this is sheet 1, and this is a sheet name. So right now in the table format, there is a blue mark. Blue mark shows that we have only selected the table format, only selected it means till A2 till I, and under the complete table, because see, when I go to the Excel and when I select this one, go to table design, my table name is sales table. So under the sales table, we have data till A2 till I till the end of the row. Okay, so we have a sales table. But when you select the sheet one means you have selected all the sheets or complete sheet like A2 at the end of the row, at the end of the column, and at the end of the row. So there is a difference between sheet selection and a table selection. Okay, so you always select a table instead of sheet, because when you select the sheet, your file will be data load more data, and when you select particular table, it will decrease your data, decrease the file size for you, so it will not hanging in the future. Because in the Power BI we have connect almost 20 to 25 files for a one particular dashboards. Okay, so for this you have to just connect with the table only, no need to connect with the sheet. Okay, so now any doubt till now, guys, that why we connect table instead of sheet? If you have any, you can directly ask me now. Anyone? Any doubt related to anything, that why we connect the table instead of sheet? Because this question will be valid for your DA 100 exam or as well as into the interview question. That suppose if in the sheet of Excel we have a particular table as well as we have a sheet, so what is the preference to select? So main preference is to select the table only instead of sheet, because sheet contain the more data, whether it's a blank or not blank, but table content only the table selection data, only the selection data you have. Okay, so I just connect on OK and see. When I connect on OK, my all the four table country, customer, product, and sales will import in the Power Query editor. Okay, so now Power Query will write the code from we, that we have to transform this data into Power Query editor for every table. See, for the country as well, as when you click on this country, table dot transform column types country table and continent type text. Continent means a column name and type text as a text means we have already say I have already told you yesterday class that we have to use a data type. If the type is not matching with your data, then you don't want to make a relationship. Okay, because without matching the data type, your relationship will not affect your visualization. See, so as well as country is also a text part, state is also a text part, and city is also a text part. Or you can add, suppose if in the Excel file, this sheet, suppose if you add one more column here, okay, and you don't want to again transform the data, you just click on this, okay, copy this data, this sheet, okay, copy this sheet, control C, and paste it again and change the name only. And when you change the name only, you just go into the click on just enter, your next column will be automatically added into that Power BI screen. So right now I don't need, so I just click on back and just put it refresh. Okay, so for every column, they have write a SQL query for you, Power BI. So that is the reason that we use a SQL query. As well as when you put the sales name here, the sales is already here, and we have to connect. See, here is the applied steps. Number first is source. So when we click on the source, where we have a data, Excel.workbook, file.content, we have a this location. If we have to change the location, uh, suppose right now my file into this location, and if I want to change, suppose copy, and I am going into this and I am going to paste into this file, this location. Okay, suppose if I want to change my location of this, I just need to select this option and paste it here. Okay, so that my location will be changed directly. Okay guys, and now see, there is an option that sheet 1, 4, 3, 2, because in this we have a in the Excel sheet we have a sheet 1, sheet 4, sheet 3, and sheet 2. Okay, for contingent, country, state, and city, as well as sales, country, customer, and table. This is our table name and this is our sheet name. See, item sheets and see, right now it's a table content and it's false. False means it's a hidden, so that is the reason it is false. And go to navigation. Navigation means your source file is connected to your data, sales, and table because we have selected only table. If we don't select a table, if we select sheet, instead of table, we can write it here as sheet. And same way, change type. So we have a total content we have, like for order date, we have a date format, product ID, we have a numerical whole number format. Okay, customer ID, we have a whole number, country, we have a text format, order number, we have a text as well as numerical, because in this we have a numerical and the text value. So we have select both. And for order cost, we have a decimal 1.2. When you go to select this column and see, write it here as a decimal number. Sales price also we have a decimal number. Quantity only we have a whole number. And discount amount we have a decimal number. It means all the column in this sheet we have a complete thing. So we don't need to make any transformation into this. Same way you have to check with product table, like it's a numerical, it's a text value, and it's a text value. So everything is okay. Go to customer table as well as. So for every table you need to check your data type, your formatting, whether your formatting is done good or not. Okay, because without data type or without formatting, your data will not be loaded into Power BI. If it is loaded, then your visualization is not correct in that correct format. So same way as in country, contingent, text value, text value, text value, and text value. So all the data will be clear. And now I'm going to tell you one more thing here. I just click on right click, okay, or just click on right click in the country selection and move to group. So for move to group, right now we don't have any group. Okay, so I just click on new group and I write it here as data mode and write it here as uh, sales data and click OK. So when I click on this data model means we have a total of data model of sales data we have. So I just move all this table into the data table. Click, drag and just drop it, drag and just drop it. There is a one option is drag and drop, and second option is you can just click on this and move to group. Either is data model or either is other query, because we have a two data model here. Data model you have to create, it's a first model, and other query is automatically create, whether it's for parameter or for anything. Okay, so right now I move this data model, customer, product, sales, and country. And now I'm going to ask you one simple question, guys. That in this table, in this four table, how many is fact table and how many is dimension table? Can anyone tell me? Because yesterday I talked about regarding the fact and dimension. Can anyone tell me what is a fact table and what is a dimension table? And in this table, how many is fact and how many is dimension?
There are 3 fact tables and 1 dimension table, but I don't know, yesterday there was a class or there was no class.
No, yesterday means in the last class, guys, last class.
Okay.
In the last class, I told regarding the fact table and dimension table, I talked about the theoretical, that what is the difference between fact and dimension. So see,
So
in this,
three dimension and 1 fact table.
right. So which one is fact and which one is dimension?
Fact table is sales and all other 3 customer, product and country are the dimension table.
Why it is a dimension? Because customer, why it is called as dimension?
Because it is a categorical, there is a categorical data on that one.
Okay, right. See, in this data, we have a sales table. Okay, so this sales table, we have a fact table. So I can just change the name here. Just change the name here as fact sales. Okay, because it is value for us, that is the fact sale. And going to the product table as well as, and see, we can just write it as dim product. And same way for customer, I can just see, this is not a mandatory for you to change the name. I can just write it here as for your reference because you are very new into this. So I can just write that which one is dim and which one is fact. It is not as necessary. It is a, not a part of Power BI, but you can just write it any other name as well as if you need. So dim, the same way I can write it as the country, dim country. Okay. So see, when I move into my dim country, right now we have a contingent country, state, and city. So in city, first I'm going to do one more thing. Go to view tab. See, this is our view tab. Okay, so this view tab is help you to identify the column and unique value in your data on in your column. So when I click on this city, and I can check as a column quality. Suppose if I want to check as a column quality, means 100% is valid, nothing is error and nothing is empty, means in my this column we don't have any error. But when I check into my column distribution, instead of column quality, I can check as column distribution, means 185 distinct and 32 unique value. Okay, it means we have a total of 185 but 32 distinct value. And same way, if I go to this state column, we have a 32 distinct and 5 unique. And in this, we have a 6 distinct and this we have a 3 distinct. Means when you click on this, only the Asia, Europe, and North America. When you click on load more, only the 3 continent we have. Okay, same way. When you click on this country, you have a total of I think 6. See, one more and two, three, four. It's a 32. Okay, so total country we have this kind of country, and as well as in state, you can just select it and click on the load more. It will give you the complete data. So you have a total of state like this, as well as city you have is 185. I think. See, you have a different kinds of city you have. So this column distribution and column quality and column profile give you the data of the insight, give you the preference of the insight. Like count, we have a 1000, error 0, distinct 185, 32 unique, 0 minimum and maximum. Okay, so we have all the data from country or city wise, everything. You can just go to select state, your state will be there. Your country will be there. Almost one, two, three, 6 country you have. Continent you have only 3. So for this, suppose right now I'm just going to uncheck this one, and right now we have a 3 contingent. So I don't want a multiple or a duplicate. Okay, so I just click, if I click on this and remove the duplicate. Okay, if I click on this like this, if I click on this remove duplicate, it means only this column will remove and only 3 countries we have. It is right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? This
It is
will
wrong
not,
because
yeah, this will not give you the complete insight, so that you don't need to remove any other column. You have to just select, because someone because dimension table is a unique table, guys. Okay, so everyone tell you that you have a unique number of item or unique number of column in the dimension table. So you have to select. Suppose if you select this country table and you have to remove, suppose if I click on right click and remove duplicate, it will give you the 6 value only, I think. See, Australia, United, Germany, Canada, United States, France, China, Japan, the Netherlands, Greece. You have a this kind of country, and this country will give you the only these state, because it is also a not wrong, it is also a wrong. Same way, when you click on this state and remove duplicate, so you have a total number of state only. See, total number of state, and it will not include your unique or a distinct value. It will increase you only for a state value. So I don't need this one as well as. So see, in the city we have, when you click on this column profile, column distribution, when I go this, we have a 185 distinct and 32 unique. So for this, you can just select into this as well as and remove duplicate. So it will be helpful for you, because in the city, because city is the very smallest thing, and in the city, if the city is value is unique, it means your Asia country value is also unique there, your country is also unique there, your state is also, and your city is also. When you click on the move down, see total number of city we have 318 and 318 is a unique value. So all the value is unique into the city. So if you select your value with the city wise, it will give you the complete insight. Okay, otherwise without duplicate also you can do that as well as. Okay, so right now suppose if I don't want to remove, I know I don't want to remove, I just click on this view profile. The main motive is to identify with you that every time in the dim table there is a no there is a not any option to have only a unique value, because someone who are processing the data into the data table, it shows that it's a unique value, but it's not. But one more way you can do, one more way, one more way is what? Suppose in the Excel file, in the sales file, okay, in the sales file we have a data of customer ID, and we have a data of custom we have I start with I start with country. Okay, so in this we have a country, and country we have total of all the country we have. But if you select in this here, okay, you can just unselect these table like first, second and three if you don't need. Okay, you can select continent, because we don't need continent, we don't need state, we don't need city. Okay, so you can just click on this country, because in my sales data we have a country only, we don't have anything, we don't have anything. And in the future, suppose when you're working, you don't want data with a continent, you don't want data with a state, you don't want data with a city, you want data only by a country. So you have select this country column and do one thing, remove other column. Okay, so it means in the country data is a dim country, and in the sales data you have, in the sales fact sales you have only country column. So in the dim file also we have country column, and then you can do your remove duplicate. Okay, and one more thing, click on this transform data into suppose capitalize each word. Okay, so it will give you the complete insight into this. So now we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total of 14 country we have. Now it's a unique value. Okay, now it is a unique value for this sales data. And if we need a country data only, if you select into this country as well as check on there, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, total of 14 country only we have. Okay, so that is the reason that we should make as a dim table as a unique value. Otherwise, if you need data with a contingent, then you have to make the one more option here, go to this table here, and this contingent, this state and this city, and see what is the benefit of this guys Power BI. You have to move your previous step as well as after the changing, because right now I am going to into this step, and if you want to move into back step, I just click on this step, my all the data will be back for me. Okay, and right now if I need this contingent wise data, okay, for this contingent wise data you have to select this country, you have to select this country again, copy and reference. And when you make the reference, it will give you the duplicate value, but right now it's for a country. So because in the country I have selected this, so there is a one more way. Click on this, delete this one, delete this one, and go to home and select your only the country. Okay, if I need by a continent as well as, then select only by a country as well. Okay, now okay, or you okay for everyone or not? If you need your suppose when I go into this change type, and if I need this contingent wise again data, so I need to make this table again, reference copy of this table and select into this file, and then make formatting according to contingent and country wise, because country will be there, because in the country we have to select via dim country to country. Okay, same way I will tell you in future, because we have a many project how to connect all the file. Right now I am just going to a basic one, so I am going to explain via basic. So first we have a dim country, same way we have a total of product. Okay, so in this product ID, suppose if I select, we have a different product. We have a different of product, but see, all the product are unique or not. Let me just check with your one, two. So for this, you have to check with all the product are unique or not. You can just select on this 139 and 91 you have. Okay, so for this, you can just go to this one, column distribution, as well as 91 unique, 91, 91. So for this, you have to just select this one, product table, and remove duplicate. And when you remove this duplicate, it will give you the total of the unique value only. See, column distribution, total of 656 unique, 656, because it's a total unique all the rows. Why it is showing as 91 before? Because 91 is showing till the first 1000 rows. Okay, so now it's total of unique value, and now we have a dim product as a unique number of value. Same way in the customer we have 244 unique. So I just click on this table, click on this and remove duplicate. Okay, so we have a total of 1000 of unique value. And now we have to load this data into Power BI. Now we are done our formatting for this, and now we have to load this data into Power BI, dim customer, product, sales, and country. And I just click on close and apply. It means your data will be loaded into Power BI, and our first step is done. It is ETL. ETL means extract, transform, and load the data into Power BI. Now you have any doubt related to anything, you can ask me. I can clear your doubt. Anyone? Bharat, Vineet, Mohammad, Gaurav, and any Reshma? Anyone? Can you hear me all? Clear?
Yes, yes, Harsh, no doubts. All good
Oh,
so far.
okay. So everything is clear for you? Okay, done. So now my all the data will be there. See, dim country, dim customer, dim product, and dim sales. And now when all the data will be there, okay, so you have to do one thing. After this step, we have a very main step is to data model. How to connect the data model? It means how to connect your file with a modeling so that your all the files will be done and your correct visualization will be matching or will be presented in a view. So see, right now we have these three is a dim table and this one is a fact table. Okay, so now we have to guys, in the meantime, the meeting will over in after 9:30 minutes, 9 minutes approx. So you can join the same meeting with the same link. Okay, for further 20 to 25 minutes. And let me just give me 1 second. I'm just connecting my charger. Okay. Yeah, hello. Now I'm visible. Now I'm audible for you.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, see, in this file, we have a fact table, we have a dim table. So now we have to connect all this relationship together with dimension table to the product table. And guys, see, before making the relationship of this, you have to remember one thing, that right now we have a one workbook only. Right now we have a one workbook only, and in the one Excel workbook we have a four different sheet. But listen, suppose if you have a four workbook, suppose if you have a four workbook means, suppose this says data from only for one branch, only for one branch. Yeah, this data is only for one branch. Okay, and we have a four branch data, and four branch data have a similar sheet. Okay, like country, state, similar, that kind of sheet. So we have to make all these sheet into this table. So we have total of 16 table, guys. Okay, so for 16 table, how many is fact and how many is dimension in the 16 table? Suppose we have a four branch. One is Chandigarh, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. And in one branch, we have a four table. One is fact and three is dimension. So same table format will be there for every branch. So total we have a four fact table and 12 dimension table. Okay, so we have to connect all these to 12 dimension table for making your branch table together. Okay, or there is a one more option, that you have to just convert the data like fact table to the fact table and dimension table to the dimension table without doing any further step, to without doing a multiple table. You have just arrange all the file together, like fact table data should be matched with the fact table and dimension table data should be matched with the dimension table, and you have connect all the data together only by adding a one column, that for branch one, this is the branch one, branch two, branch three, and branch four. I will tell you in future that how to connect, but there is a will be an option for this as well. And see, now we have a fact table, and see, this kind of relationship is Power BI automatically done. Okay, this kind of relationship. First, I need to delete this one. Okay, and I'm going to connect with in front of you. I'm going to delete this relationship. See, why Power BI is automatically connect this relationship? Because Power BI automatically connect the column wise unique column selected and automatically make a relationship. So you have to connect whether it's a correct or not. Okay, so I'm not going to check. I'm just creating with your on. Country, we have a country column only. And down. Yeah. So for making a relationship, we have to select from dim table and fact table a column which is a unique into both table. So in the country table, we have a country, and in the fact country, we have a country. So we have just drag and drop into together and see the relationship is done. When you select this line or cursor on this line, the relationship would be country to country, and relationship would be one to many. One to many means it is a type of relationship. Or you can do one more way again. Suppose go to this manage relationship. This is your manage relationship. You can go to there, add new. New means you have a two table. Number first, suppose customer table, and second you have a fact table, because this one is dimension and fact. And customer ID to customer ID means in this customer ID we have a unique number of value, means a one, and in this customer ID we have a lot of one unique ID is mentioned in multiple times. Okay, so we have a relationship between one to many, and there is a guys four type of relationship: many to one, one to many, and many to one. It means Power BI is automatically collect the relationship with you that one to many. But if Power BI Power BI does not select the wrong relationship with you, so you have checked. Suppose if you go to many to one, see the relationship is not valid. It will tell you. Go to second one to one. It is also not valid. Go to third one is okay. So fourth one, many to many, this is also not valid. But when you go to this one to many, it is valid. Okay, so Power BI is automatic help you to understanding that which relationship is valid for these tables, whether it's a many to many relationship is valid, or one to many, or many to one. Okay, so same way, now we have a relationship of one to many. So one to many guys relationship is this, that in the dimension table we have a one unique value, but in the fact table we have a one unique value with repeated multiple times. It's a duplicate value in the fact table. So that is a relationship of one to many. And now when you click on this OK and see, your relationship is done. And when you're going to close this one, see, for this dim customer, relationship is working, and see, relationship is automatically done. Customer ID to customer ID. Now you understand that what is a one-to-one relationship. If anyone adding any doubt into relationship, same way, going to product ID, it means in this product ID we have a unique value, but in this product ID we have a many value for this one unique column or one unique ID. Okay, that is a relationship is called as one to many. Now we have make all the relationship together, and now our relationship part is done. So guys, any doubt if you have, you can ask me now in a relationship. Anyone guys? Gaurav, Bharat, Mohammed, anyone?
I'm confused on that country one to many where you said from dim table to fact table one to
Okay.
many.
Okay, let me just go to
Same
this.
as product table product ID like to fact table one to many.
Let me go again. Okay. See, in this fact table, go to this Excel. See, in the country column, when I select only Australia, okay, when I select only Australia, it means Australia country is repeated 20,653 times, and the date of the transaction is a different. First, and product ID is also different. Okay, so it means, guys, meeting in over in just 1 minute. You can join, then I can again explain this point to you. Okay,
Okay.
I'm just going to stop and then join again so that I can tell you again.